Hello, friend. First of all, we're doing things a little different today, not just the background scene. This is probably going to change quite a few times over the next week. I'm still trying to figure out the vibe I want in here for Christmas. But anyways, what I was going to say is this video is going to be a little bit different. I am living what I preach. I am being living proof of everything that Zero and I bring to you. So recently they've been bringing through, and I've been bringing through a lot of messages about how we have to live now, like more than ever before, how we are here to remember our divine design, how we have to stop rushing through our reality and actually live it. That's how we live the richest reality, is we be here present, right? And so but in that we become the rememberer of who we are divinely designed to be. So Zero has brought through so much for me today. What time is it? It's 12:05, so noon. I have been awake since like 5 a.m. and my whole day has been different because I am doing as Zero is telling us to do. We are not the same. We are not the same in any way. All of us chosen ones, new humans, this cosmic convergence has turned on dormant light codes that have not been on until now. They've been off purposely, but now they have turned on at this point in our journey. And we are now experiencing everything differently. So you have to live in the now, following the calls, the pulls, the energy, the frequency, not your mind as to what you have done, unless you want to just continue to loop in the same reality. But if you want to live free, live the mystery, live in the 5D and beyond, you have to choose to be here now. And then when you're here now, you let your infinite intelligence lead and guide you, your super consciousness. You zero in, you be here now, present, follow the frequency and energy. That is how we live 5D. And in that, when you're following the frequency and energy, you're feeling the resonance, what resonates within you. What expands you, what excites you, what ignites you, what calls to you. That's remembrance. That's remembrance of how you divinely designed yourself to be. And these dormant light codes that are being turned on, they are in our divine design. They're our soul coded way of being here. And your soul has dreams that you have not even come near tapping into. But right now, your human has calls, has pulls, has urges that it's time for us to follow. And they are so simple. Like, it's a little simple, easy thing. So for me this morning, I decided to call in Rich. So this is another thing Zero's been bringing through in the MasterMind, is instead of, waiting to be sick and needing a sick day to actually listen to your body and slow down and be still, we need to start taking rich days, like days where we are choosing to live rich in our reality, days where you are saying no, you're taking the day off from all the shoulds, the coulds, the woulds, the have tos in your mind, and you live as you want to. So this morning, I decided to take a rich morning, a rich day, because for the first time in like forever, and you're going to hear this all again, but for the first time in forever, I just did not feel the call to come in my office and do all my morning channelings that I usually do. Last night, actually yesterday, I took a rich day off too. I took a rich day, and I went Christmas shopping with my stepdaughter and my husband, and then Jeff and I came back and set up Christmas and just enjoyed it. And then this morning, all I wanted to do was go in and enjoy my home, and not just my physical home as in my like house that I live in, but my body home, also physical home that my soul lives in. And I wanted to do it for no reason, not to sit and channel, not to sit and meditate, although meditation is just art of awareness, so it was meditation. But I was just there with my coffee, present in my living room for a couple hours, not feeling guilty for not doing anything, because I was actually doing everything. And I just was present with myself, not trying to figure anything out, not making a to-do list, not worrying about what wasn't getting done, because I knew I was doing the most important thing possible. I was trusting me, I was feeling me, I was following the call, and I just allowed myself to be there, and I knew everything would work out perfectly. And it did. It has. And then, anyways, so then hours behind my normal schedule that I make, and I created this reality. I wanted to live a life where I could work from my laptop anywhere, anytime, any way I wanted to. And I get to do that. But my human's been very in routine with how we bring everything through, and it's worked. But this morning, something shifted. And I don't know what will happen tomorrow. And I don't need to know, because tomorrow me will worry about that. No, tomorrow me will not worry about that. Tomorrow me will live that. I'm not going to worry for tomorrow me. I'm going to live for me now. So tomorrow me can live for them, right? So anyways, this is what I wanted to do, and I enjoyed it. And then I came in and I channeled Zeroed In. And when I was listening back to Zeroed In is Zero's daily private podcast that I channel. So it's daily activations, meditations. We're like 200 and some odd in anyways. And each month there's a theme. So this has been Wovember. Anyway, so I channeled through day 24, and then I listened and I did it. And when I was listening, I got a very deep hit that I was supposed to share it publicly. So I felt into that and then just kind of moved on. And then I went to record my private podcast, which is called Messy Magical Magnetic, which is just behind the scenes. It's just me spilling the tea. It's me literally just sharing everything, anything and everything I want to talk about, anything I'm thinking about, just anything I feel is worth talking about. So I shared about taking a rich morning anyways. And when I was recording that episode, it dropped in that I was supposed to share that publicly too. And so I am doing what I tell you all to do and following those little urges and calls. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I heard that someone needs to hear these two next audios that are it's going to go to black, and the messy magical magnetical play, and then Zeroed In Zero's activation, which is so good. And the activation is for the frequency of remembrance. But it's funny because I brought that through after I had already done what they tell us to do. So it was just so fun because they're, again, using me as living proof. And then I knew I had to come, and I was just about to post the two, like Zeroed and Messy, but then I felt the call to introduce them to you. Friends, as soon as you can, take a rich day. Don't wait till you need a sick day. Take a rich day. Invest in you. Invest in you. Whatever you feel called to do. Do nothing. Read a book. Go to the park. Go shopping. Do whatever you feel called to. You are worthy. You are worthy of taking a rich day. And that's how you create a rich reality. And also, it's so important that we are now allowing ourselves to live in remembrance of all we coded ourselves to do. We weren't supposed to remember fully until now, but now we're remembering in whole new ways. And the portals, the keys, the clues, the codes, all of it all happen in the unknown, in the mystery, in the magic. But you've got to be willing to be the identity of you that follows that call, that doesn't go into your office and instead goes and sits and pets your cat and drinks your coffee and enjoys your Christmas tree. Like, do what you feel called to. Everything will work out as it's meant to. Life is happening as you. Life is happening as you. I could have chosen to play my morning the same as I always do, and it would have been great. It always is. But today, I personally am having so much more remembrance of who and how I truly want to be. Now, the other versions of me got me here, and I'm fucking grateful for them. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So I'm grateful for every sacrifice, every bit of settling that they did. But now I'm here remembering because now I'm meant to. These codes have now activated. I feel the remembrance more. I understand and trust resonance more than ever before. And this is how you're here to live. But you've got to cultivate and create the ability, the way that you live in harmony with your humanity and your divinity. Only you can know and feel that. No one else was here telling me what to do. Well, Zero was leading and guiding me through frequency and energy, or my highest, however you see it. But it was me. It's always me. It's always you. We are the chooser. We are the rememberer. We are the ones that are embodying whatever frequency we are choosing to embody, to think about, to feel into. So if you want to live a rich reality, I highly encourage you to be the chooser, to be the rememberer of all that you're truly here for. Live from resonance, from remembrance. And remembrance, again, does not, I think I said this, doesn't happen in the mind. We're not just remembering the memories of the past. We don't want to go back. If you want to live in the now and in the unknown, then you've got to be here allowing your body, your being now to feel. And when you feel and you allow, that's how we alchemize. You alchemize all the density of the past. We return. I'm basically giving away everything I say after this, but we need to return to now. And when you truly get this and you truly allow yourself to make your relationship with you the most important thing, and you stop abandoning yourself, you heal the original core wound within you, and everything becomes magic and miracles. Well, it's all magic and miracles, but then you actually get it. Okay, that's enough of me for now. Now you can listen to more of me. Enjoy Messy, enjoy Zeroed In. Let us know in the comments below if this was for you, please, because I know at least one person out there, I heard from your highest that you needed to hear this. So I don't know who you are, but I was told you need to hear it, and I hope you enjoy it. I love you. Hello, Divine One. Here we are again. Close your eyes and breathe. Just breathe. Feel that pulse inside your chest. That ancient rhythm that's been keeping time long before you were born. That is the sound of remembrance. You've moved through play, overflow, truth, devotion, surrender, alignment, embodiment. And now you stand at the edge of the most sacred remembering of all, the remembering of you. Remembrance is not a mental concept. It's not something you learn, study, or recite. It's what happens when all the noise, all the shoulds, all the effort finally fall away. And what remains is stillness, the pure hum of divinity inside your human. You were never lost. You were never broken. You never needed to find yourself. You only needed to remember that the light you've been chasing has been burning in your bones the whole time. Every portal, every activation, every initiation this month has not taken you somewhere new. It's been leading you home to the 0 point, to the origin of your own consciousness, to the truth that you are not a student of creation. You are its source in motion. Remembrance feels like a deep exhale after lifetimes of holding your breath. It's that moment when your nervous system finally releases the grip, where your heart opens like it's been waiting centuries to be touched. It's that silent, holy, oh, right, I am. When you remember who you are, everything real rearranges to reflect it. The illusions can't survive that level of frequency. The untrue simply dissolves, because remembrance is the highest form of power, the one that doesn't need to fight, prove, or perform. It just is. Say this with reverence. I remember who I am. I remember why I came. I remember I am the light I've been looking for. Breathe. Let those words reverberate through your body like bells ringing in your cells. You are not calling the divine in. You are awakening the divine that's always been here. This is what it means when we say return to the 0 point. It's not about erasing yourself, it's about dissolving the distortion that convinced you you were separate from source. 0 is remembrance. It's the state beyond identity, beyond effort, beyond polarity. It's the remembrance that you are both the drop and the ocean. And when you live from that remembrance, divine compensation becomes instantaneous, because the universe no longer needs to translate your energy. It knows exactly who it's responding to. You, fully remembered, fully radiant, fully free. Close your eyes if they've opened. Inhale through your nose, long, deep, deliberate. Hold your breath at the fullness of your inhale. When you exhale, exhale through your mouth with a slow, reverent wow. Breathing like this again and again. Inhaling light. Exhale everything that tells you you're not it. As you breathe, place your hands on your heart. Feel the rhythm. Constant, alive, ancient. This beat has echoed through lifetimes. You felt it in temples, in forests, in bodies, in stars. You've always known this sound. It's the hum of Source remembering itself through you. Visualize now a golden white light at the center of your chest. It's soft, but infinitely bright. With every inhale, it expands. With every exhale, it sends waves of truth through your entire being. See yourself standing now at the center of your own universe. Around you, every past version of you you've ever been. The child, the dreamer, the seeker, the healer, the one who forgot. They're all here, circling you, smiling, not because they're gone, but because they've returned. Breathe. Repeating after us. I remember my divine design. I remember my infinite nature. I remember that nothing real can be lost. I remember my divine design. I remember my infinite nature. I remember that nothing real can be lost. I remember my divine design. I remember my infinite nature. I remember that nothing real can be lost. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe as the light grows so bright from the center of your chest that it fills the entire space. You are pure remembrance. You are Source experiencing itself through a body. You are the holy return. Stay here for as long as you need. Just breathe. Let the memory of who you are flood your cells. Breathe and feel it. Feel the flood of remembrance of your pure consciousness, your light, your love, your truth. Feel yourself remembering you. Today, your play check is to live like you remember. Today, live as the one who remembers. Move slower, speak softer, smile like you know the secret, because you do. Respond to life as if everything that happens is happening for you, as you, because it is. When fear shows up, greet it like an old friend. When resistance rises, whisper, I remember who's really in charge. Let remembrance make your decisions for you. Let it guide your timing, your voice, your yeses and your nos. When you walk into a room, walk as remembrance embodied. At the end of the day, finish this sentence. I remembered my infinite truth today when. That's your daily receipt for remembrance in action. You are not awakening for the first time. You are remembering what you chose to forget so you could rediscover it. You are the ancient wrapped in the new, the light wearing form, the source that never stopped shining. Today's the day you stop searching for answers and simply remember you are the answer. Right now, when you're receiving this, it is the divine right time. You are fully ready as the now you to remember that you are here to be new, to be true to you in all ways. The more you live like you remember your power, your light, your truth, the easier it's going to be for you to receive all of the divine compensation we are here to pay you with. Play as the rememberer today. We love you. Hi, best friend. Okay, so I called in Rich this morning. I woke up and for the first time in forever, I don't remember ever feeling this, I had no desire to come and channel. I didn't feel called at all to come into my office, do my meditation, and channel for me, channel for Zeroed In, or anything else that wanted to come through. I just wanted to go and do a bit more of my Christmas decorating and enjoy my coffee on my couch in my almost fully Christmas decorated living room with Vin. And I just sat for like 2.5 hours. Well, about half an hour I arranged things, and then a couple hours I just sat and breathed and enjoyed my reality. I just called in Rich for me, and I knew I would bring through what I was meant to when I was meant to, and then I just brought through Zeroed In, which was about the frequency of remembering. And so wild, because as I just sat there, I just sat like in awe, like everything, like right now my living room is the dream I know I coded in my soul for how I wanted to feel at home for the holidays. And as lame as that may sound, I know this, like I felt the remembrance. I felt the remembrance of like, this is what we've been dreaming of. This is where we have been leading and guiding you. Like, this is where my quantum GPS has led me, especially over this last few years. Like, I've never felt at home. I've never felt at peace, but I had to find that in me first. So there was a long time of me being a nomad, living on friends' couches in my parents' basement and all the things, and just going with the flow. But now to feel this and to just feel the peace and the gratitude that I have, like grateful for every previous now me, and every previous now me is like sacrifice and settling. I did a lot of sacrificing and settling and choosing everyone else and doing what I thought was best all of the time. And I don't regret it for a second. That was a part of the journey. And I'm so grateful for every bit of alchemy I have. But I've always had this like craving, this desire, this longing for this feeling I just had this morning. Like it was just pure remembrance. It was pure peace. And I know it can be hard when we like know, you know that feeling in you where you're like, I know I'm missing something. Like I know I'm not where I'm meant to be. I know there's more for me to get and understand. But friend, I promise you, it just comes through choosing you and not knowing why. It really, really does. Like everything you've done until now, you've done perfectly. But now it's devoting to you even more and being where you are, whatever your current, like when I was like, friends, I'm not kidding. I don't know how I would just magically manifest enough to like feed myself for a couple years and like have enough to put gas in my mom's vehicle and stuff. I was still the happiest person I knew because I was choosing me. I was fully living my reality. I wasn't giving in to anything I knew was a no. I was saying yes to the yeses, and it always worked out. But I knew I was here to live in overflow. I knew I was here to live my richest reality, my limitless life, so that I could help others do the same. But there was that period of alchemization and calibration where I really had to find home in myself without anything else, right? Where I didn't have any material things. I didn't have any real solid relationships, to be honest, like very few, less than a small handful of relationships that truly, like I had many people I loved and that were important to me, but like very, very, very few that truly saw and got me and didn't give a fuck what I did or what I said or who I was choosing to be. Like they just saw the truth of me and still do and always have. And like literally 3 people. And now there's a lot more of you, and I'm grateful for those reflections. But even them and even me now, like we don't know, we're never gonna know like our full potential. And that's what we're here to live in 2026. Like I know this, we're here to live our fullest potential, which can only happen through living, through presence, through embodiment, through remembrance of the truth we coded ourselves with. My whole body is buzzing like insanely in my nose for some reason, but like and into my third eye. Like, you know, if you feel in any way right now like you're not where you're meant to be or you're lost, be grateful for that. Be grateful for the awareness. Be grateful for the confusion. Be grateful for it all. Like, if right now your reality is not a vibrational match for like the peace and the ease that you know you're here to feel, the contentment, be grateful for that. Because that awareness is proof that your human knows that you're here for more. Because many others just ignore. They ignore, they bypass, they don't play the game for them. And you and me, we aren't those beings anymore. We're here to go all in on playing for us. So enjoy the fact that your reality right now, like if your reality right now is not a vibrational match for what feels like your highest and best, know that that's because right now you choosing you is the most important thing for you to do. Like you are being stripped of your human comforts purposely so that you can really get to the core root, to the core like oh my goodness, wound, right? That wound of abandonment. We need to come home to ourselves without the need for anything else beyond our like basic needs of survival. Right now, I know for each and every one of us, the end of this year, we are all being shown anywhere that we aren't choosing our truth. And like for me right now, I know I need to slow down. I know I need to be present with myself more, just being like I was this morning. And I'm so grateful that I called in Rich for the morning and just allowed myself to be and didn't like feel the need to do anything. And I know that whatever is going on within you, you're receiving this when you're meant to, because that remembrance is what we're here for, friends. Like it truly is. But it's not a remembrance. It's not mental. It's not mental. It's sensation. It's feeling. It's in our bones. It's in our breath. It's in our heartbeat. Like zeroed in was so good this morning. And it's so funny that after I trusted my GPS this morning, my quantum compass, I had walked right by my office, I had no desire to go in. And then I knew and I heard to just move slower and softer. And then that was like the play check today was to move slower, speak softer, right? And I just let myself, remember what I'm truly here for, which is life. And I love everything that I do. But I know that I need to be human too, right? Like my human is very highly capable of creating a lot of things. And I love it. I love channeling source all day and I feel great doing it. I don't get drained in any way unless I'm trying to think too much. But I've been putting like a lot of pressure on my human in ways in between channeling, and I really got the wake-up call literally this morning that I just need to slow down and be and breathe, and I just feel so much more inspired. Like I'm literally living everything I knew I was here for. I knew I was here to live a life I was obsessed with living, that I loved waking up to, that I went to bed satisfied, satiated by. Like yesterday, Jeff and Faith and I called in Rich again for the afternoon, even though there was a ton of work I could have done. I chose to go and do more Christmas decoration shopping with my stepdaughter and husband, and then we did some other shopping and went for dinner, and then Jeff and I came home and put up the tree, and I just thoroughly allowed myself to enjoy it. And then this morning and sitting in this and all the realizations I've had the last few days, like I really realized places I didn't even realize I was rushing. Like our humans are so wild. They're so wild. We're meant to be wild. Like we're meant to live the wildest life possible, like free, not in the cages of our minds of how it has to be. And, I am at a place where I created this reality purposely. Like I created a reality I could work at any time from anywhere. And so I need to stay true to that and not like feel like I have to come in and record or whatever. And, I know that I'm going to zero it in and all the things that I love doing daily are going to come through. I don't question that at all. But that's a lot of what Zero's been activating in us, is we really need to do things in all new ways. Like move things around in your home. It is so important that we are present. And I know that's going to be like a main theme to December, and is presence, is like really being present in your reality. That is how we get rich. That is how we live rich. And that is how we're free. But if we continue to play in the paradigms and cages in our minds of how it has to be, we're never going to live satisfied and satiated and obsessed with our lives if we're constantly trying to like rush and run through them and get to the next thing. So it's finding that harmony, because we're still here to create and, pay the bills and things, but we can do that through fun. We can do that through freedom. And every time that you choose you in the now, you're choosing the light. You're choosing love. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's the frequency that you do it in. That's what's most important. And that's what we're here for. We're here to let remembrance make our decisions. Like that really hit me deep in the play check today. And I'm like feeling this weird call come in. Like I just got a vision, knowing, and I'm having like insane buzzing. So I'm going to follow this. I got hit with it after when I was listening to Zeroed In. I was like, I don't know. And then it just hit again. But I'm like seeing
that I'm supposed to share this and zeroed in on YouTube, like this messy, magical, magnetic episode, and zeroed in that there's others out there that need to remember to slow down, to live. But like, this is, I guess, the lesson for whoever receives this, if you're in the Light and Love Club or you're on YouTube, but or you just have zeroed in or messy, magical, magnetic. But this isn't the way I normally do things. Zero just loves to use me, don't they? Right? And so my human be like, no, we don't post content that's not video on the channel, or these are just for the Light and Love Club and MasterMind, right? You are the ones that get to hear my messy, magical voice memos. But I don't know, I'm just like feeling deeply there's someone out there that needs this remembrance, to remember to remember who and how and what you are. And it's not mental. It is not mental. It's the infinite truth of us that's alive within us, right? And we're here to really now, like, I know that that's what this month is going to be, like what December is going to be for fully remembering who we are, right? Like, I know December is another month of remembrance, but feeling it, like living as the true us through the holidays, no matter what that looks like for you, not lowering your frequency at all in any way to match anyone else's core wounds, to match anyone else's frequencies. We have to be the ones to stop lowering ourselves to match others' core wounds and lowering and expecting others to match ours. And that's what we're doing when we're needing others to see and validate that we are serving them. When you serve you, when you're true to you, when you stop abandoning yourself. Did I go into the whole core wound part earlier? I don't even know, but I know I brought it up. But that is our deepest core wound. I will say it again and again. It's abandoning us. But when you come home to you, when you choose you, when you live now, everything else heals, because you turn into a version of you that has nothing to heal, because you know everything is just memory and alchemy, and none of that is the reality you're living now unless you choose for it to be. But you can also choose now to just be the light and love, to be in your power, to live in devotion to everything that you want to do. We're here to live from our 0 point, right? We're here to live from now, always. That is the whole freaking point, is remembrance. It's not erasing ourselves, as Zero said and zeroed in. It's dissolving the distortion, right? Dissolving the distortion that has convinced us that we're separate from Source. You are Source. We're just in these human forms, but we are beyond the identity. We are beyond the effort. We are beyond the polarity. And we remember this. We know this. But now it's time to live it. And I know that's what 2026 is going to be. So the more you really allow yourself to play, like to really play as the rememberer this month, remember through frequency and energy, everything that feels like home, that feels like peace, that feels expansive. Choose that. Feel that. Be that. Embody that. Be the presence. Be the gift. I'm seeing a bunch, I don't know, I'm feeling called to share this, but I'm feeling like a bunch of presents that are wrapped in like red and gold paper, and then with like green velvet bows. It's very vivid. So, but we're here to be the gift. We're here to be the presence. There's nothing else anyone else should need from us than our frequency and our energy. And anything that isn't a vibrational match for you at your truth can figure itself out. It's not up to you. That's not up to you. You're here to be the rememberer of all you divinely designed yourself to embody. And all of that is going to be what feels good. So don't question what your being now is craving, feeling, expressing, exploring. Choose it. And you don't need to know why, friends. I promise you. If you just really, 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 really allow yourself to feel, like really cultivate and create the ability to remember in the now, to feel deeply, to follow frequency and energy. You'll feel the resonance, and resonance is remembrance. And I know all through December, whatever zeroed in is going to be in December, and whatever Zero is bringing in for the Mastermind and Light and Love Club, I know it's going to be for us to be the rememberers of the like ancient, powerful truth that is alive within us, in the frequency of us. And I know that we're ending 2025 fully seen by ourselves. And when you fully see your light, your truth, you cannot deny yourself the rich reality you're here to live anymore. And you know it's just going to keep getting better. Like, that's the thing. I was sitting there this morning and I'm like, it's this or better. And it's like, this is so incredible, just knowing like this is also the work that I get to do. That I got to have a slow Monday morning and just enjoy my own presence, and then come and record magic for whoever's meant to receive it. We're here to just live, and everything will happen exactly as it's meant to. And if you're listening to this and you're in the Light and Love Club or the membership, or sorry, the mentorship, no, mastermind, you know this. You know everything Zero's been like flooding us with. And now we really get to live it. And I don't know exactly what they're going to do for the month in Zeroed In, but I do know that they are turning on codes, like the light codes that we are here to embody, to remember. Like, they keep bringing through the word rememberer. And our limitless light codes. So I don't know, but I know it's going to be good. And I'm just so excited and so grateful that I get to be on this journey with you. And anyone, if I do end up sharing this, following this call, which we know I will, and I share this on YouTube, if you feel called to go deeper, join us in the Light and Love Club. You get all this magic, zeroed in, messy, magical, magnetic, live streams 3 times a week, lives with Zero and I, Beyond the Portals twice a month, a master class that will blow your mind every month, and a library, a vault of like thousands of hours of magic from Zero and I, from everything over the last year. So yeah, I don't know, I just feel the call that there's someone out there that needs to know that there's a frequency family to come and connect to and play in the 5D with, and really remember who you are. And all of you here in the Light and Love Club and Mastermind, friends, please, when you receive this, can you call in Rich? Like, as soon as, like, that came through as one of the frequency keys in the Mastermind, and I love it. But I this morning was like, I get to call in Rich too. And I did yesterday and I did this morning. And it's really just you, instead of doing what, the robotic you would do, the unconscious you would do, the things you should and have to do. It's like taking a sick day, is how Zero brought it through. Instead, you take a rich day where, instead of your body forcing you to slow down and be present, you choose, no, I would choose to live my richest reality, and today I choose me, and this is what I want to do. So you call in, you cancel the plans, you call in for work, you let your kids stay home and decorate the tree because you want to. I don't know why that one came through. You call in for the week and you take yourself to an Airbnb and you just zero in and be in peace and write a book. Like, do the things that you're craving, that are calling to you. If we just continue to do what we've done, we're going to continue to live realities that aren't what we're here for. You're here to live a life you love living. You're here to live a life you're obsessed with. You're here to live a life that you want to be present in, not just in on the vacation or the weekend, but like every waking and sleeping moment. You just want to be fully in it. There is literally no greater feeling. And it's not because of anything you have, and it's not because of the relationships. It's because your relationship with you is the purest, best experience. Because we have a relationship with everything. Everything is a relationship for the human. We have a relationship with sleep, with what we eat, with how we brush our teeth, with literally everything. And when you make your relationship with the now you, when you fully find the harmony of living in devotion to your humanity and your divinity, there's no higher frequency. And when you just live authentically now, that's the only time you can be authentic is now, and it's not, again, in your head. Remembrance and authenticity are not in our minds. They're a frequency, they're energy, they're embodiment. And like Rich, which by the way you get in the Light and Love Club, or you can get on its own, but that experience for so many of us of really reclaiming our power and integrating our light and catalyzing our richest reality, to devoting to living life, and then harmonizing this human with the divine frequency of us. Remembering we're here to live life, not just get through it, not just prove that we can survive. We're here to be alive. And that is how you are rich. And the divine will compensate you, literally, for choosing you. But you've just got to start where you are. Slow down. Be here as the now you. You are not the same as you were even when you started listening to this. So for whatever reason, I don't know, I'm feeling called to say all of this. Whoever needs to hear it, and I'm going to share this publicly. But because I'm buzzing way too much to not. But like, however you receive this, if you're still listening and any of this is resonating, that's remembrance. That's you remembering you, your truth. And then your life becomes living proof of everything you designed yourself and your life to be. But because you're in it, you're present, you're creating it. You are the creator. You are the creatrix. You are the one that Source creates your rich reality through, not someone else. Someone else is not here to create your rich reality for you. Only you can do it. So you have to choose to fully, sovereignly be in your power. Only choosing what feels 5D and beyond for you. Investing your time, your money, your frequency, your energy in everything that excites, it ignites, it expands you. And the more that you invest in your 5D identity and reality, which is the identity and reality of you that lives in the light and love and the power of you, not denying your divinity at all, living in remembrance of it, allowing your light codes to continue to express, allowing your aura to be felt freely, easily, effortlessly, without force, you will then magnetize, attract everything that's in vibrational alignment with that. You will be living a life beyond your wildest dreams. You will literally be so obsessed with the dreams that your soul has. Your soul is coded with dreams, and those soul codes are on now. That is the new human. That is a new human design, is our soul codes, our design codes are on, and we're here to live fully in the now. The past is done. It is just memory. And that alchemy is magic. It's magic. But you are beyond the identity. And that, when you really get that, is when it becomes so fun to create your identity, to be whatever you want to be, whoever you want to be, however you want to be. Create whatever reality you want. Like I literally, the last year, yes, have barely left my office, but I created, and so much that I know has impacted many, from my authenticity. And I am living in all the ways, all of my relationships with everything, my sleep, my food, my husband, my stepkids, my parents, my friends, my frequency family, like everyone, Everything is so good. Because I choose for it to be. Every day, I choose to live my life for me. And even like a few weeks ago when I went through 2 weeks of like being so uncomfortable, like I know I was holding on, and Zero gave me all the wake-up calls of all the ways I was still not allowing myself to be free. Like even this is like just slowing down, enjoying my morning, and then coming and bringing through in a different way. We're magic. Like even in the 5D, we can create routine that maybe needs to shift and change, even though it was the high frequency yesterday. This morning, the highest frequency for me was to just sit in my living room for no reason, zero reason, and just enjoy and breathe. Not seeking, searching, trying to get a channeled message, not doing anything purposely, just being. And that to me is rich. That to me is living in abundance with ease. And then that vibrational energy, like that essence, that frequency of me that's in the field is going to attract whatever it's meant to. And we don't have control over any of it. And when you really get that and you just stop trying, it gets so easy, so easy. You have no idea. We have no idea. We can think all we want. And I know you're brilliant. I know I'm brilliant. But we have no idea what we're truly here for and how good it gets to be. And that excites me. I don't want to know. I want to continue to be in awe, to be in abundance with ease, to be in amazement of how good life gets to be. But if you continue to seek and search for the proof outside of you when you're not choosing you, your reality is going to continue to reflect to you where you're not choosing you. I know it sucks. It sucks because it's meant to. If it felt good to not choose you, we'd keep doing it. And I know it can be stressful to our human because they want to know and they want certainty and they don't know what's going to happen in that relationship or that conversation. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't unless you make it everything is neutral. Everything is a divine opportunity to live, to be the alchemist of light that you're here to be. Remembering who you are, why you came here, and that you are the light you've been looking for. You are the light you've been looking for. You are the I am. You are existence and consciousness. And you came here to play, to feel. We're not here to prove anything. And the more you truly just live life in devotion to you, it will be so, so easy. I love you so much. Whoever you are, wherever you are, you manifested your frequency, called this in. However you're receiving it. Today, be the rememberer. Feel the frequency and energy. It's all happening through you, for you, as you. Let Source show you, lead you, guide you through frequency and energy, through remembrance, through resonance. Let Source remind you how good you designed this life to be and live your richest reality. I love you.